On day 22, we'll leave the Columbia Hotel and I'll walk through Hyde Park, and then we'll go to the British Museum and come back to the Swan Pub before returning to the Columbia Hotel. And walking through Hyde Park, I catch a glimpse of Kensington Palace. We'll be back there later. Hyde Park is not a well-kept park necessarily. They like to keep it rough. The animals there are quite tame. I stopped at the Albert Memorial, built by Queen Victoria for her husband, with the Royal Albert Hall across the road from it. It's exquisitely beautiful. And on each corner is a different continent to represent the four corners of the British Empire at its height. Along the base are all the intellectuals and different people from around the world who were part of the kingdom. The Royal Albert Hall is where concerts are held. And then looking around Hyde Park some more, we eventually come to the Serpentine Pond there, where they do rowing and paddle boats and other things. As we look around, next door to it is the Diana Memorial that was just opened a few days after we arrived. It's basically a water fountain with the water flowing down like a waterfall, and kids and others can wade in it, but it was dry at the time. A swan with some of its goslings. Then see the Peter Pan monument to remember childhood. Then off we go to the British Museum and all of its ancient treasures. We'll spend the entire day here. The reading room was where Karl Marx and others came to study and to read. Many treasures will be found here. The treasures from the tomb at Ur of gold, and also the lyres and other instruments they used at Ur. The Rosetta Stone, which was used to finally break the code of the hieroglyphics so they could understand it, is located here. The gateways into such cities as Babylon and Nineveh, carvings from the walls of the ancient palaces. The Elgin marbles that were taken from the Acropolis at Athens. And of course, Deborah constantly had to be looking and touching, even though it said not to touch. And this is the criminal. She touched, and they had to come tell her, don't touch, don't touch, don't lean.
They may be more afraid of people falling in.
Especially short people?
Yeah.
Leaving the British Museum, we took the bus downtown. And for a Sunday, the downtown area was highly crowded with shoppers and other people. Back near our hotel, the street market was still in full swing. We ate at the Swan Pub before calling it a night.